Today's learning intention is understanding metric units of length. I have in front of you this diagram that's a really quick, easy, reflective guide to help you work out what you need to do when you're wanting to convert measurements. So before we get started, let me just make these acronyms a little bit clearer for those that have forgotten. So here we have our millimeters, so mm. This means millimeters, okay? Cm means centimeters. M is meters. And km is kilometers. Okay, so let's get started on how to use this diagram. Let's say, for instance, we're starting with 50 millimeters, but we actually want to express it in centimeters. So we're going from here to here. Now, because we are going this way, we're going to follow this green arrow around to here. So starting with millimeters, ending in centimeters, so it tells us we have to divide by 10. So in this case, it would be 50 divided by 10. Get rid of that. So now that equals 5 centimeters, because 5 divided by 1 is 5. So the same measurement, or the same length, can be expressed as 50 millimeters or 50 centimeters. Okay, so now let's have a look at, say we started with 100 centimeters and we want to convert it from here to 1 meter. So once again, we start with 100 and we're dividing by 100 here because this is what it tells us to do. 100. Okay, so we can go cross that out, cross that out, cross that out, cross that out. So 1 into 1 is 1. So now 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Okay, now let's have another go at another number. In particular, we'll go for a large number. So just go around here. All right, so let's say we have 600 meters and we want to convert that into kilometers. Now we know from coming from here, so meters round to kilometers, we need to divide by 1000. So in this case, we're going 600 divided by 1000. You can cross out and cancel out those. So now we have 6 divided by 10, so we actually end up with 0.06 kilometers. Okay, because it's one decimal place, so we're starting here and we're going this way. Okay, the same can be said with these others as well. So here, when we've started with 100 centimeters, our decimal place is here, and because it's 100, 2 zeros, we can go 1, 2, and that's why we've ended up with 1.00 meters, and so forth for the same. Okay, so we've just learned how to convert going to a larger unit of measurement. Now we're going to be going the other way. So we're going to be expressing numbers as in a smaller metric unit. So in this case, let's start with, we have 6 kilometers. Okay, we want to turn it into meters. So what it says here is that, hey, we're starting with kilometers here, and we're going over here to meters. So we need to times whatever this is by 1,000. So that will end up being 6,000 meters because we have 3 zeros here. We've just added the 3 zeros there. Further, let's say we had that same, so let's say we had 6,000 meters and we wanted to convert it into centimeters. So again, we're going from here to here. So we need to add another 2 zeros, okay? Or we multiply it. So we could go 6,000 multiplied by 100, okay? And the answer that we would get would be 600,000 centimetres. Okay, and we know this as well because if we counted all these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would actually get 600,000. For the last example, I'm not going to use a big number just to make it a little bit easier for you. So this time we're going to go from centimetres and we're going to turn it into millimetres. Now let's say we had 15 centimetres and we want to convert it to millimetres. This says here that we need, whatever the number is, we need to multiply it by 10. So let's go 15 multiplied by 10. Okay, so we 0, we'll cross that out, put that down the bottom. So 1 by 5 is 5, 1 ones is 1. So this ends up being 150 millimetres. Okay, so now for a little bit of practice. Let's say we started with 1.027 metres and we want to convert that into centimetres. Now we know to go from meters to centimetres, we need to multiply by 100. So therefore, we could actually do it like this. Multiplied by 100 equals. Now let me just change pens. Now as you can see, we have 2 decimal places, 2 zeros. So what we could do is actually move that back, this 1 dot here, so go 1, 2, and the new dot sits here. So therefore our new number would be 102.7 metres. So same amount of distance, just centimetres I should say. Same amount of distance, just expressed in a different form. Okay, let's have another go. Let's say we have 0.0034 kilometres. And we want to convert that to metres. I know, and so would you, is that you need to multiply the figure by 1,000. So if we rewrite it again here, okay, multiply 1,000. Here's our decimal place, 1, 2, 3, because there's 3 zeros. So therefore our new answer is 3.4 metres. Okay, let's do another one. We have 76,500. Okay, and that is in meters. Okay, oh, let me rub that out. What we want to do is actually divide that by 1,000, because what we're wanting to do is turn this into kilometres. Okay, so like before, here is our decimal place, but as we were going this way before, we're now going to be going this way because we're dividing. Okay, we have three zeros, 3 decimal places, so it's 1, 2, 3. So our new expression is 76.5 kilometres. Okay, so just for a quick check, we're going to do a few examples and I'd like you to have a crack at these. So let's say number 1 is 20 millimetres and I'd like you to express that in centimetres. We could have 0.03 centimetres, and we can express that in millimetres. Number 3, let's say we have 6.071 kilometers, and let's transfer that into meters. 4, we could use 670 centimeters. Let's express that in meters. And last one, let's do 0.08 meters, and we'll transfer that to millimeters.